Hey everybody, this is Peter with Cooking with Peter. Well, today I'm going to make something for you that's super good. It's my take, my copycat take on the Texas Roadhouse Smothered Chicken. If you've never had it, it is really delicious. Today I'm going to put a little spin on it because we're going to be using the Ninja Woodfire Grill, and with that I'm going to be putting a little smoke on this smothered chicken, and it's going to be even more fantastic. Stay with me, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. It's super easy. Okay everybody, we're going to go over the list of ingredients with you today. And first of all, we have a couple of chicken breasts right here. And I have used a mallet like this to pound the chicken breast flat. Once I've done that, I flip this over, and this has a bit of a tenderizer piece. Let me show you that. Everyone knows pretty much what that's all about. And then I just use this to kind of put some holes into the chicken. Now, every recipe online for this says that the chicken needs to be marinated with Italian dressing overnight. I really don't think it needs that. So what I do with chicken, as opposed to marinating it, is I flatten out the chicken like you're seeing here, and then I put some salt and then the spices on both sides of the chicken. When I do that, the chicken is going to become more tender. It's also going to become more tasty. And so that's why I do that. So today I have the salt on here, a little bit of oil. I just simply use some canola oil. And then I put some Italian seasonings. Now the Italian seasonings that I'm using is ones I buy over at Sam's Club or Costco. Here's what they look like. You can use any type of Italian seasoning that you want. It's completely up to you. The other things we're going to be using today are mushrooms. Now I have purchased these mushrooms whole, and then I've cleaned the mushrooms. Let me show you why it's important to clean the mushrooms. I always clean my mushrooms with a paper towel, a damp paper towel. This is what came off of the mushrooms. This right here, all this, and only about 8 ounces of mushrooms. This is why it is super important to clean the mushrooms. Just use a damp paper towel and then just clean them off before you slice them, of course. I would never again buy sliced mushrooms because, number one, I don't know if they've been cleaned or not. I doubt it. And I'm not going to sit there and try to clean each one of those little mushrooms. So buy whole mushrooms, clean them with a damp paper towel, and then you can be able to slice them the way that you want. I also have a quarter of an onion, and I've sliced that up. I have some butter that we're going to be using to cook the mushrooms in a few minutes. Over here, I have a couple of slices of bacon. I have some Monterey Jack cheese that I've sliced fairly thinly. And just for some extra, I have some asparagus, which we're going to be grilling. If you've never had grilled asparagus, you are completely missing out. The spices that I'm going to be using today are, I always use a little bit of Kinder's The Blend. And I like to use Kinder's quite a bit. I use it on almost everything I cook. I picked up a new spice over at Sam's Club the other day called the 6 Pepper Blend. This is one of the best pepper blends I've ever found. And if you have a Sam's Club, you might want to check that out and see if you can get a hold of that 6 Pepper Blend because it is really delicious. Salt, of course, for the chicken, which I told you about earlier. And then I also, at the end, I'm going to be using some of this Weber's Herb Garden. Unfortunately, I think this is not available anymore because I bought out the store where they had them. Just kidding about that. But you can use any type of dried herbs you would like to use, and we'll be using those at the end. All right, while this chicken is getting ready and sitting here for a few minutes, I'm going to go outside and I'm going to turn on the Ninja Woodfire Grill and get the grill ready, which will take about 15 or 20 minutes, which is just perfect because that's how much time the chicken needs to be sitting here in the salt and spices. So let's go outside and we can turn on the Ninja Woodfire Grill and get it ready. This is my Ninja Woodfire Grill. I have the XL version, which is the larger version. It's also the Pro Connect model, which means that it has the temperature probes as well as the app. And the reason that I bought this was actually because of the app. I really like that. Over here, you can see that I've already put in the pellets. I like to use the pellets. I buy pellets in a big bag from Costco. And also I have some charcoal pellets, of which I buy at the local grocery store. You'll find those charcoal pellets by the charcoal in most grocery stores today. I'm going to be using the grill and the grill plate on the grill today as opposed to the griddle plate. It's the grill plate. I'm going to go ahead and turn the unit on, and you can see that it's already on the grill function. Sorry about that. And then whenever you're setting up the grill, I'm going to put this for 1 hour, you always want to press the Woodfire flavor button. And you see that's now illuminated. The reason for that is because if you don't press that, it's not going to ignite the wood pellets, and of course we're going to want that wood flavor, that wood smoke flavor. So that's why we want to do that. Go ahead and press start. It's going to ignite, preheat. Takes about 15 minutes to do that, and we'll be back in a few minutes when this is ready and put the rest of the things onto the Ninja Woodfire Grill. Be back. Okay, the grill is ready. We're going to add the food, start cooking. I'm going to spray down with some canola oil, and then I'll start putting the chicken onto the grill. Getting a nice sizzle on that. We have a couple pieces of bacon. Be very careful, that grill is very hot. Over here on the side, I'll be adding the mushrooms, onions, butter. I'll spray a little oil on top. Now to the mushrooms and the onions, I'm going to add the blend. Kinder's the blend, salt, pepper, garlic. The mushrooms don't have a lot of flavor, so that's why I'm going to do that. I'll put a little more over here on the chicken too. You want to try your best to get the mushrooms and the onions to have some contact with the grill. We're going to come back in about 5 or 6 minutes, check everything out, but we are on our way. It's been about 5 minutes into the cook, and you can see that the chicken is getting some good grill marks to it. I've also went ahead and flipped the bacon, and I've also added the asparagus. The asparagus are not going to take very long to cook. Now I want to temp the chicken and just see where we are. 151, 155, good enough. We're going to be adding the cheese now, and just put a couple of pieces of the cheese right up on top. All we need to do now is let that cheese melt, and we'll be good. Give it about 2 more minutes. Okay, total of 10 minutes cooking. The cheese is melted, so let's go ahead and move that over to my plate. Let's grab the bacon, the asparagus, which I'll put right there in the middle. You can see the asparagus have only been on 3 or 4 minutes, and that's all it takes with asparagus, and it makes them super delicious. All right, now we'll just put on the mushrooms. We are finished to shut off the grill and go back inside, and we're going to put this together. Let me tell you, while this was cooking, it smelled fantastic outside. You gotta love that Ninja Woodfire Grill, right? Now I'm ready to plate this up, so let me show you how we're going to do it. I'm going to show you over here on this camera so you have a better view. Let's take the piece of chicken on your plate. Take a couple of pieces of the bacon. This is just one slice of bacon that I've halved. Now we're going to put the other piece right here. Put the other piece of bacon right on top. On the top of this, we're going to add these delicious sautéed mushrooms and onions. That's what makes this all super delicious, I'll tell you. The mushrooms pick up that flavor of the smoke, and the onions pick up the flavor of the smoke as well there on the Ninja Woodfire Grill, and it is unbelievably good. This is what I think takes the Texas Roadhouse Smothered Chicken to the next level, is using the Ninja Woodfire Grill and putting some smoke on all the mushrooms and onions and all of that. In addition, we also have some smoke that of course went onto the asparagus. So it's not an overpowering smoke at all. It just does a super, super good job. All right, right here in the middle, we're just going to add our asparagus that we've grilled. Got to make it look all nice, right? Believe me, like my father used to say, people eat with their eyes first. And I completely agree with that. We have a little juice. I'm going to pour that over to the chicken. Now to top it all off, I'm going to be using some dried herbs, which is, I'm using the Weber herbs. I don't think they're available anymore. I'm sorry about that, but that's what I'm using today. So I'll put some of those just right on the top. And the last kind of coup de grace is this 6-pepper blend that I picked up over at Sam's Club. This has a fantastic flavor. I really encourage you to give it a try because it is really good and it's not expensive at all. All right, my friends, here we have it. It's my copycat version of the smothered chicken over at the Texas Roadhouse. I hope you'll give this a try. It is super, super good. And be sure to do me a favor and give me a big thumbs up on this. We've been receiving lots and lots of great comments lately and a lot of people subscribing. Thank you so much. I don't take any of it for granted. If you want to become a supporting member of the channel, the links are all down below, as is the recipe for this dish. I hope you'll give it a try. It comes together very, very easily, as you can tell, and it's super delicious. Your family will love it. Thanks again for watching the video today. See you next time. Bye-bye.